Looks like they're starting our countdown. They're going to be going here in just a moment. Let's get some hype in chat. Yeah, if you are curious about the randomizer, you can easily click on the Discord there. Check it out. It looks like World 1 is going to be World 7. Ooh, Magoo finds the correct pipe that's going to take him to exactly where he wants to go. Looks like a World 6 level. Taking very cautiously. You can take some risky jumps here, but it just depends on how your playstyle is. Ooh, and unfortunately, he takes death early on. Amourietta is going to take a nice little dodger to the fire snake. Gotta watch out for that fire snake that's going to be up there. Fire chomp, correct me there. Alright. And it's important here with the cards at the end of the game that with the flower is important if you're not wanting to get the 3 stars. A lot of, I wouldn't say rookie players, but more of the cautious players take the 3 stars to start. Give them the extra insurance for later on in the race. It looks like we have a World 5 level here. I believe this is 5-4. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's that was a good pipe location for World 7 indeed. Five, 7. Thank you, Claris. I know most levels, but not all of them off the top of my head. It looks like we got the World 8 Fortress here for our first fort of the game. Not terribly difficult to navigate through if you know the door locations. If you're still relatively new to Mario 3, this can be the biggest headache of the end of a run, really, if you're playing vanilla. I'm going to see if Amourietta can get this in the first cycle. May not. No, she's going to take the P-switch here to make sure she gets through without any issues. Well, thank you, Mustard. I appreciate that. You've been playing it for 30 years and still don't know the levels. That's okay. You know how to play them. That's what's important. And Boom Boom takes 5 fireballs to defeat, so that's going to be an easy win for her here. Magoo's working his way through 5-7 right now. Next up, Amouretta's got the the piranha levels. And if you can see there, Magoo looks like he's going to take the 2 stars. Basically, he's going to set up a nice little safety deposit of lives here shortly. And Arbor finds a cloud. That's going to be a very useful item for later on in the game, especially if she finds a level she doesn't want to play or if she just wants to make a quick skip through a level. Looks like we got the World 5 Flying Fortress. If you take the top route, it's extremely fast to get through. So let's see what Ludwig has for us. It's got an Earthquake Ludwig. That's vanilla. 4 hits. So he's kind of tanky. Not too bad though. Magoo is making his way through the fortress here. Looks like he knows his way as well. That's good. I believe he is new to the tournament this year, so good luck to him. It's always nice to see new faces in the tournament too. You never know what they can bring to the table. Unfortunately, World 7, you do not get an item from Peach. She's thinking about, yep. Oh, unfortunately, the anchor could be a random item. Unfortunately, it does not do much for you there. It just gives you a star power. Looks like the first level of World 1 is going to be 1-4. This is usually an auto-scroller, and as you can tell, the auto-scrollers are removed. There are only 2 in the entire game. It's going to be 5-9 and one of the beta levels, which we like to call Atlantis. And here at the end card game, she's going to take a chance to see if she can get some items, or even she could just be... Okay, it looks like she will be taking the items today. Magoo is working his way through the World 5 Flying Fortress. It looks like here we got 3-2 for the second level of World 2, which is World 1, technically. There are several different strats you can see with this level here. Some people take the P speed and they can fly right through it, but with the randomizer, I can't risk it. And Magoo has a very good fight against Ludwig here. He's going to be advancing to World 2. Yeah, the randomizer can't really have an estimate, but I would say the average runs around 45 to 55 minutes on this seed. With the... This is a Attorney 1 seed. That's just my estimate. I'm not very good, though. Looks like we have 4F2, I believe, here. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. You can P-speed. Okay, thank you, Mustard. I was unsure about that. I don't trust myself, so that's why I don't P-speed. Looks like the Hammer Brother moved up to armor to give her a nice little fight with 2 Boomerang Brothers. Not terribly hard if you take your time. That's going to give her a hammer, a very useful item for later on. Magoo just got his card game. He's going to take that opportunity to use that. Armor's moving on to... I want to say 4-3. Amourietta. I must have missed that. Thank you, Wolf. I might just call her Amor. Might be easier. Alright. She's got 2 stars. I'm not sure if she's going to take the 5 lives or if she's going to just make sure not to grab the star on this next level. And she's got the first beta level we're going to see here. I believe this is... I want to say this is for World 7, but I don't think it's correct. 4-2. Thank you. Magoo gets through the stage successfully. Gets started. Okay, no, she just took the flower there. It gives her 6 lives, which is pretty... That should be pretty good for most people. Armor. Cool. I'll just do that. Magoo's having a little issues luring the boo away, but that's alright. He seems to get through that with no issue. Let's get some Freds in chat. The Flying Fortress for World 2 is the Flying Fortress for World 1. Very easy fight for armor here. Magoo is about 3 stages behind, but that's really not too far behind considering this game can be very trolly. Amor. Yeah, that would be our first Fred of the tourney right there. Peach gives you a 1-up, which is not bad. So the crucial thing here is she has a hammer. So depending on the pipe location here, she's probably going to use the hammer to skip half the world. Yeah. Magoo died on the first stage, I believe. Made a bad jump. Amore. Ooh, looks like Magoo is having some trouble navigating the stage here. Loses the power-up, unfortunately. Yeah, and Amore is going to take the hammer and break the lock there, and now it's going to have, I believe, 6F3, if I'm correct. Needs a frog suit for the waterfall. Hey, it gets you through quicker, doesn't it? Okay, it looks like he is not going to take the 3 stars there. Looks like she's got some very containable hot feet there. Sometimes they can be a little chaotic and just walk around on their own without any sort of leeway. Magoo is working his way onto the World 1 Flying Fortress. It looks like Amore's got 2-2, I believe, here. Can be interesting with what kind of trolley enemies they throw into the pond there. Looks like a Mama Bass, but got a little glitched out. Magoo takes a hit in this fight. It looks like he's gonna get that. Yeah, no problems. Desert Oasis. Now Magoo's going to be making his way into World 3. The issue is I don't think Magoo took the hammer. So he might fall behind here depending on what levels are given to him. You got the Fire Brothers for Amore. Easily taken down. Nice little coin block there for it too. Looks like we get a World 3 level here for Amore. First level for Magoo is the hand stage with the flying fish. Gotta watch out for those cheeps. The neat thing about the hand stages is when you complete them, you get an item. And for the randomizer, it's complete random. Ooh, unfortunately, Magoo takes a death here. The item that you get from the hand stage will be in all the hand stages for the rest of the seed. 3-6. Sky Shore. Yeah. I mean, this is 4-6. It was kind of close. It's not really a Fred, though. Looks like this fort's going to be the Navy. Relatively fast without the auto-scroller. Magoo's going to cloud through 4-2 to fight the Boomerang Brothers. On the water here. It's going to be a little tough to get. Ooh, oh no. Fortunately, he takes a death that's going to send him back a stage. Up, and the Hammer Brothers moved right in front of him. Got the same pattern though with the water. It's going to be very difficult when you're small. Amore moves on to the World 3 Flying Fortress, which is the World 7. Probably the longest one. I believe it is the longest one, actually. Magoo is in one of the beta level stages here. Ooh. Fortunately, he takes a death too. Oh. Hammer Brothers are giving Magoo a little bit of an issue there, but he manages to beat them. So does Amore. Finishing up Iggy there. Moving on to World 4. Orange Tunnel. I like that name for that beta level. I think that would work out. So Amore is at 14 minutes, going through 3 worlds. That's relatively good, considering the seed has not been super trolly just yet. But we have not seen a lot of the trolley levels just yet. And one that has shown up is for Magoo, which is 7-9. Correct me if I'm wrong. Mori's in 4-1, which is for World 5 here, and World 4 for the randomizer. Fortunately, takes a death. She's going to equip the Tanuki suit and keep moving on. Ooh, got some trolley enemies up here right now. Blue pipe stage. Good thing you're here, Wolfman. You got all the names. I love it. Got a random chain chomp on Amores. Magoo is finally through the blue pipe stage. It's going to keep moving on to the World 4 Fortress. And the carpet fort, of course. Mori's going to play some more end card game, see what kind of items she gets here. Going to cloud through and take the pipe, which is smart, because technically if you die, you're going to go back to the pipe you came out of. So, not too much of a loss here for her, if she were to die. Magoo has finished his way through the carpet fort. She works through 1-3. Looks like she's going to go for the item here. Looks like that item is a pewing. That's relatively a good item to have, so. It looked like the end card game did give her a hammer, which is going to be very useful here in World 5. The one Boomerang Brothers should not be a problem. Magoo is working his way through the Desert Oasis. He's sitting at 0 lives, which is making me a little nervous. Let's hope he can get through some more stages, get in a few extra lives. Mori's going to be going through a nice little coin ship. The 2 Boomerang Brothers at the end. I'm going to give her another hammer. That's huge. Now she's going to work her way through the spire here. That's going to take her to the top of World 5. Magoo's looking for which equipment he wants to use for this level. Which will be nice to see. It's just 3-6. Relatively easy level. Mori's finishing up the first half of the spire here. Oh, unfortunately he takes a death that's going to set him back to the beginning of the world. But the good news is he did take the fort, so therefore he can still... He really didn't lose too much time there. Good for Magoo there. I'm glad he had that fort taken care of. Amori's going to use the hammer here, break the lock, and move right on to the fortress. It's a fairly easy fortress. There's 2 routes. You can take this bottom route, or you can take the top route, which deals with a few swamps where you can either damage boost through them, or you can use some pretty slick movement to get through without taking any damage. Magoo's having to play the Desert Oasis again. Not too much of a deal. And Amori finishes up the fortress. Now she's only got 5, 8, and 9 left here. I don't believe she has too many clouds, so. Who rolled the garbage? I don't know who rolled it actually. Who did roll this? That is the great, yeah, that is the great question of every rando. We're not sure who rolled it. Looks like we have the pyramid level here for Moray. Sorry, had a little bit of mind blank there. Magoo's working his way through. Ooh, good jump. He almost missed the same jump again. Oh, unfortunately, the fire chomp gets her. Moray's got the 8-2. She's going to take the Sand of Shame, but that's okay. A lot of people do. The random seeds are chosen. They're done by a bot, so it's about as random as it's going to get. Do we have a name for 7-5? It's called Avoid 7-5 at all means possible. Ooh, Magoo's trying to get around that fire chomp. Alright, good. He's over that hump. That's good. I'm glad he's back on course. Moray's dealing with some thick hammer bros. Easily taken care of with the fireball. Magoo is now working his way through the Navy. Looks like her World 4 Flying Fortress will be World 6. Ooh, unfortunately the cannonball gets Magoo at the end of the Navy stage. Now keep in mind, all these racers will be playing each other twice. One with the Tournament Seed 1 and the second time with the Tournament Seed 2. So you're going to see these racers face off again later on. They did not schedule their second race. It looks like they only scheduled this one for today. Keep in mind, we do have more races this evening. They're going to be at 8 o'clock. Let's see here. 9 o'clock Eastern. That'll be Raikou Rider against myself, Gimp Extreme. We'll be doing both of our seeds back to back. Moray easily gets through World 4. They all use the same flags, but they do not use the same seed. Looks like she got a Tanuki suit for that one. That's not a bad item to get. We got World 2 here. She's going to use the hammer. Get half the world here. Magoo's working his way through the World 3 Flying Fortress, which is World 7's. Using the cloud to skip 3 to fight another coin ship. See if she goes for a quick kill here. Relatively quick, yep. Gets a P-Wing out of it, very nice. That's a very good point there, Shady. Yes, whoever does win will get the world record for this seed. Looks like we have 3-3, if I'm mistaken, for Amore there. Magoo gets the nice Wild Tanuki appears comment on the screen there. Right, he's moving on to World 4, which is World 5. Amore got the 3 stars. I don't think she intended on doing that. Yes, command, command. Amore's got 7-6 here. She's going to go for the clip. Kind of tricky to pull off. But usually you can get it within a few tries. That's true, Hans. You might need a lives later on depending on which level. And there she goes. Moray gets it. Not a bad clip. I see that she's taking a reasonable amount of tries. Sometimes it might take a little longer. Other times I think that's just right. Magoo looks like he's got 7-7, if I'm correct. I might be wrong on that one, but this one you need the star power to run. The item from the Hammer Brothers is the hammer. The hammer can break the locks or boulders on the map. Only for this randomizer, not in the vanilla game. Magoo barely gets it. Oh, there's Boss Bass. hope he goes hungry today. Not a very comfortable spot for Moria here. Ooh. Barely dodges the boss pass. I think she's going to forget about the power-up and just try to get through the stage. He was playing some end card here, trying to get some items. I don't think she intended on getting a second star there, but that happens. She's got just a hammer brother. She's going to finish up World 5 here in just a moment. Oh, the star! She barely got through that. I thought she was going to run a star for a second there. Magoo is playing through the fort in World 5, which is fort from World 1. See if if it gives him a... No, it's not giving him a leaf, so... She's now into the Flying Fortress. I will be wrong on this one. It's either 3 or 2. I cannot remember between the two. Got Morton here. It's a high jump, Morton. Magoo makes through to Fortress. Good. And Morton goes down pretty easily. That's 3. Thank you, Wolfman. I'm gonna write that down. Blue is 3. Green is 2. That's the only 2 I cannot figure out. Alright. Oh, Magoo. He just gets through the coin ship. Gives him a hammer. I'd be happy to see that, but I don't... This game could still troll quite a bit. We got World 6 and World 3 still, so... And World 6 will be World 3. Magoo is now currently making his way through the spire. Gets the second half for World 4. That's not a god pipe, but that's a very good pipe for Moria. Gets another P-Wing. She's got quite the arsenal right now. Gonna play the fort here and got the right item for the right time. 7F1. Otherwise, if you didn't have this, you'd have to go through the stage with the to find the Tanuki suit, find the hidden block, get the Tanuki suit, go back around. It's a huge save if you already have a tail equipped. Yes, Fort Knox. Thank you, bro. Gonna take on the other hammer brother here, see what she gets. Gets a star for that. That's very nice. Checking this pipe, see where it leads. Yeah, it leads to a dead end, so unfortunately she's gonna have to go back through and play through the world. Magoo takes that unfortunate death here on this fortress. He's gonna wait it out. He may know that of taking that pipe or may not, so it could just depend on his preference of route. Mori's taking it nice and easy through this stage. Loaded with lots of fire snakes. Oh. Getting some technical difficulties over here. Gets through the stage without an issue. Fortunately, my restream has gone down, it looks like. Okay, I got it back up. Sorry about that, folks. Mori's going through 7-4 right now. Not too bad of a stage. Gotta watch out for the jellyfish. Magoo's finishing up here. Just smoke going through that pipe. There he goes. And easily gets through the stage. Nicely done. Now Magoo might take the star card at the end of this, just because of his life situation. So we'll see here. Oh, unfortunately takes a death here in 8-2. 7-4 the non-PG name, yeah. It's going to take a P-Wing over 8-2, which I can agree with that. That's the safe route. If you got a P-Wing, and this seed's been very generous with them, you might as well use them. Amori taking a very nice dodge there, avoiding the Latiku. Got one more level. Oh, there's Boss Bass, but looks like he's going to go hungry today, depending if he shows up down here. Just being very cautious by shooting fireballs forward. And Magoo does take the 3rd star, giving himself a little more security through here. And no Boss Bass. Mori's heading into the World 3 Flying Fortress. Going to use a P-Wing. Looks like it's the World 4 Flying Fortress. Magoo is trying to build P-Speed to fly over the top part of this fortress here. I don't think he's going to have enough. No. There's Wendy with her little lifesavers she throws at you. Not my favorite Koopa Kid. Got 2 hits. Just taking it very nice and easy here. 3 hits. That's a pretty vanilla Wendy, honestly. I don't think anybody really likes Wendy. Wendy is by far the worst Koopa Kid. Iggy and Logan would have really weird hitboxes too on top of it, so both of them are finishing up a flying fort, leading into the next world. So Amori is going to be entering World 7, which will be World 6. And Magoo is finishing up World 4 right now. So what is randomized? Basically, enemies are randomized, levels are going to be randomized, fortresses are randomized, power-ups are randomized, and card games are randomized, Koopa Kids HPs are randomized, and the auto-scrollers are removed, except for this one that you see here, the Atlantis stage that Amori just found, one of the beta levels. There's only 2 auto-scrollers. And she will take a cloud to skip through it, using a P-Wing on this stage just to play it safe. Be sure to drop both of these racers a follow if you can. They're both giving up time of their day just to give you this great entertainment for the Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament here for 2019. Where he's going to go into, I believe, this is 4. This is, I want to say 6 F2. I could be wrong on that one. Yes, it is our debut match. It's been a good one. It's been exciting. It's kind of a trolley seed, really. Oh no, Amori takes the wrong jump there. Gonna use a star and head to the Hammer Brothers instead of the fort right now. Thank you, Claris. Like I said, I need to just sit there and make flashcards of all the stages. Help me out here. Magoo's working on the coin ship. Ooh, hopefully he can... Oh, unfortunately takes a death. So what that means is the coin ship will now turn back into a hammer brother. Mori's a little more careful with her jumps this time. Oh, I don't know if Magoo knows about the clip. So he's going to be playing 7-6 as is. Oh, we got a little glitched out fire chomp there. It's I mean, I would hoard the Tanuki suits. They're great, especially for late game. And Amori finishes up 6F2. Even with a good pipe location, World 6 can still be the longest one. And our boy Boss Bass has returned. Not a bad level for him to show up in, honestly. He's going to stay underneath the level for most of it. Ooh, good dodge. Magoo is about to finish up 7-6 here. Even with the star power, you gotta jump. Oh, good move by her. You still gotta jump because he can still eat you. Had that happen to myself. Good movement by amourietta through the stage. And Magoo finishes up 7-6. Going to be entering 6-5, which is a hand level stage. Not a bad one. This is probably the quickest and the easiest one of the three. Gonna give her that sweet, sweet cloud. It's always something you want to see. Magoo is now entering 5-3. This is one of the longer stages of the game. Not too bad, but remember there is a Boss Bass here towards the end of it, so hopefully he does not fall victim. Ooh, the fireball got him instead, so unfortunately he does perish, but Boss Bass does not eat today. Yet. I'm not sure Amori's wanting to grab these stars. I'm sure she's giving herself a few choice words over that. But who knows, you might need those 24 lives. 2-4, yes. Looks like she's in 3F1 right now. Magoo getting through the top half of 5-3. No issue there. Going for the tournament life PB, I can agree with that. Easily navigating the carpet booze here, not too bad. And Magoo gets through 5-3. Oh, is that 3F2? You're right. That was right. Alright, Magoo's into Flying Fortress of World 5, which is the Flying Fortress for World 3. Got another Boss Bass sighting here for 6-1. Trying to keep just out of reach from him. Doing a good job of that. And finishes up easily. Magoo's fighting Morton now. He's not too terrible of a fight, especially on flat ground. Easily beats him. Wolfman with the names. Nice welcome. Emphasis on ice. It's on ice welcome. That'll work. Now, a lot of people take this stage and they take a damage boost there on the spikes if they have 2 power-ups. Some people will, some people won't. I generally don't. I just feel like I can't risk it with this. Well, there are plenty of power-ups here, but I just don't feel comfortable doing it. The elevator for it? Yeah. No star, so there's no quick kill on Boom Boom, but she's easily got fireballs. This should be a 5-hit KO. Command, command. And with that, she will be heading into the World 7 Flying Fortress, which should be World 2s. Fairly quick stage. Decides not to take the leaf, and we'll continue on with the firepower. Magoo is finishing up here Fort Knox by grabbing the Tanuki suit, and all he's got to do is fly to the pipe. There's Lemmy hiding in the corner. He's going to basically do a little bit of magic trick and walk on air a little bit on his ball. Ooh, tanky Lemmy. There, Magoo finds the pipe to exit Fort Knox. It's a 5-hitter. Yeah, he's a big boy. So Rainbow, you're asking what does that affect? It affects the enemies, level location. So if you go to World 1-1, it's not going to be 1-1. It's going to be something else. It's also going to affect the forts. It's going to affect the Hammer Brothers, the end card games, the power-ups, HP for the Koopa Kids. Fred, don't you dare expand the HP past 5. Don't. I've had many 5-hit Wendy's ruin some runs. Maybe if there's an extremely hard tournament we set up or something. Hard mode. Mori's heading through. I like to call this the magic door stage, because when you flip it, generally makes the giant enemies small, but in this case it will change the enemies of the stage. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. This pipe here could be a god pipe and head us straight to Bowser. Or it can lead us where we don't want to go. Like there. She does not have a hammer, so she can't break the blocks. She's going to have to go back and play the Navy stage, which will be something else, because we've already seen the Navy. Which is 3F1. Not too bad of a stage to get. Magoo is working his way through 7-4 here. Won't be too big of an issue, as long as he avoids those bloopers. Or it takes a 6 door to exit the stage. Not too bad. 6 fort. Or you can call it, yeah, door 6 or door 5 power up door 6. Unfortunately, Magoo did take a death there in 7-4, so he's going to have to replay it. Mori's looking for the right pipe here. That's not the right pipe. So she'll probably play 8F. See what we got. We got 5F1. Not a bad stage, but these disco waffles can present a little bit of a difficulty for people, because their movements have been randomized. Yeah, and everyone give a shout out to Fred F. Coughlin in chat. He is the creator of the Mario 3 Randomizer. This wouldn't be possible without him. Drop him a follow him on Twitch and on Twitter. Give this guy some love. Easy boom boom for amourietta. It's going to unlock 2 pipes, so hopefully one of those pipes is the correct pipe for her. That is not the right pipe, so it's either going to lead to Bowser here, or it's going to lead to the hand stages. And unfortunately, it's the hand stages, so she's going to play what is the Flying Air Force is going to be super tanks. So super tanks will not be vanilla. Yeah, Hambridge will be required. RNG, please. Ooh, Boss Bass gets a meal. We need to make a Boss Bass counter. That's what we need to make. How many times does Boss Bass eat during the tournament? Yeah. Does get grabbed by the hand stage here, which is not a terrible stage. That angry sun might pose a problem, but I don't think so here. There's a lot of high ground you can use to avoid it. Very nice move there. I don't know if she planned that or if it was just accidental. 2 so far. Oh, Magoo in a tight spot. Gets out of there. Ooh. Gets grabbed by a second one. Oh no. 7-5. Question is, do you take the death or do you just play it and just hope you don't have to keep playing it? Yeah, she's just going to take the death here. Well, think about it. 24 lives. She's got plenty of chances to take the hits and keep going. Magoo is moving on to World 3 Flying Fortress, which of course is World 4's. Yeah, pipe maze. Pipe no. She's got the lives. She might as well keep doing it. Ooh. 4. That's 4 grabs. Magoo taking his time with Wendy. Gonna be careful of the lifesavers there. Another grab for Amore. She's got the lives. Why not? Oh no! Again! No! Stage. It's making her play. It's making her play. Especially with that little cheap cheap at the bottom, that could be an issue. Oh no, the cheap cheap does take away the P-Wing. Just gonna come up here and grab the power-up. Be a Firefly, which is useful actually. Fortunately, Magoo is gonna have to play through Atlantis. He does not have a cloud. Atlantis is a very long stage. It's, I believe, up to 2.5 to 3 minutes. I might be wrong on that time. Unfortunately, at 7-5, you have to make very strategic movements to give yourself the most opportune route, I guess. Unless you know how to do the clips. A lot of people do, a lot of people don't. Nice dodge there by her. Magoo does take a death. He's going to have to replay Atlantis, unfortunately. Maybe 70 seconds? Feels like forever, honestly. So Mori's going to finish up 7-5 here. Shouldn't be an issue from here. Alright, so it looks like we found the pipe we need to get to Bowser for, so. Have one more fort and then Bowser's Fortress. I don't believe either player's found the hammer suit. I could be incorrect though. We got fort 2. So 2F. Relatively easy fort. Good move, it makes you go a lot faster. Especially in this room coming up with the spikes. It all depends on the enemies as well. Looks like you got a Chaos Hotfoot there. Gonna kind of do what he wants. No, the runners are not allowed to watch. The chat can't say anything. All they can do is just run. Going to use the P-Wing here for the fortress, and she's entering Bowser's Fortress at 4910. Magoo's having to deal with quite a few long levels here, unfortunately. Gotta watch out for that blooper. Spewing little guys. A lot of lag right here. Oh, just gets past that fireball. Mori's moving into the final room before Bowser. Alright, here's Bowser. Fun fact about Bowser, the only hitbox he has is actually his head. Oh, Magoo does take a death there after all that time. Unfortunate. Probably about another 15 seconds and more should be done here. And there goes Bowser. 1-1 humble beginnings. Yes, that's not a bad one. And Mori will finish with an SORL time of 51:16. Let's get the GGs and chats for her, please. So well played, Riss. It was a very trolly seed, but she handled it very well. Magoo is finishing up 6F2. See if we can't get more into the chat here for an interview. All right, Magoo's gonna take the mushroom house here. I have to replay 6F2 again. Gonna take his time dealing with these swamps. Could be a little bit of an issue with the ice, especially for platforming. Mori, GG's on the race.
Oh, thank you.
How did you feel? I felt like the seed was a little bit of a troll.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. But that hand grabbing me, what was it, like 6 times or something?
I think we got up to 7 actually.
It's just it was absolutely forcing me to play 7-5. Just no avoiding it. But at least it wasn't a boss bass 7-5.
That is very true. You did have the cheap, which didn't seem to be that big of an issue.
Yeah, he was alright, but...
I was wondering, because throughout the race you kept getting the 3-star cards, and I'm like, I don't think she's planning on this, but in the end it kind of worked out. You
would think I was doing it on purpose, but I wasn't. I was trying so hard not to, but I guess... It's nice to see a God Pipe in the first world, which was World 7.
Yeah, that was very nice to see. Yeah. Ooh, Magoo takes another death to Boss Bass. That's the 3rd meal today.
Ugh.
Yeah, Magoo is actually, he's been playing fairly well. He struggled with lives at the beginning and unfortunately had a death in the 3rd world, which had made him have to redo a couple stages.
Yeah.
So I noticed that the seed was somewhat generous with the clouds, a little generous with hammers, but no hammer suits. I was a little surprised with that.
Yeah. I was pretty good with clouds. I think I had 3 or
Yeah, and you use the clouds. You use them in a really good opportunities. You skip the Atlantis level. You used it in I believe World 4, which was World 5, and you skipped 5 too.
Yeah.
Just to take to the pipe.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people in chat were admiring that one.
I think I did it again. Was it World 6 to go to skip a level and then go to a hammer bro?
Yes, you did.
That's another good way to, you know, pretty much assure that you're not going to die because it's such a short little fight, and especially if you have a star.
Yeah, Magoo got trolled quite a bit with the water stages for Hammer Brothers, and he was small a couple times. That gave him his first game over. Overall, how did you feel about this race, especially being the first one of the tournament?
I nervous. It's my first tournament ever. So I mean, I did the one-shot tournament last year, but this is, you know, this is different. So. And
you handled the one-shot tournament. I'm not really sure how far did you get? I was not watching.
I got all the way to second place behind Macobra. So.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was knocked out in the first round. So.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's very good to get that far in your first tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I had done like 4 or 5 races back to back that day, and it was kind of, my brain was shot by the end of it, and so didn't play very well on the final one, but...
Yeah, when you're practicing the randomizers, they can get a little hectic like that, where you're like, wait, I thought this was this, and it was the last race you just did, so...
Yeah, that's the thing, seeds kind of blend into each other after a while, and I, you know, have trouble remembering end cards and all that, so... I think I've maybe found a hammer in the end cards, or it didn't have much. I believe
you did. I don't remember which item it was. I want to say it was either a coin or one of the one-ups.
Yeah, and then I eventually stopped bothering with it, and I think I skipped a couple of hammer bros too.
Yeah, Magoo unfortunately skipped the hammer in World 1, which gave you a hammer. So he had to play through most of World 4.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and that actually is what gave him his game over. But luckily, he was able to beat the fortress that unlocked the pipe for him.
Yeah, I was glad not to see 7 Fort 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I went in a fort, I was like, please don't be that one. Please don't be that one.
The Piranha Fort is probably one of the least favorites of the group.
Yeah. I'm pretty used to it at this point. It's just a hard level, especially early in the run when you don't have power-ups to help you or anything.
Exactly. Oh no, another boss bass chomp.
I did take a death. I think I died twice.
Yes, you died in 6F2, which looked like you just miscalculated your jump when trying to slow down.
Yeah, I don't know. Mario just had a moment there. It happens. Oh, and then I think a Paragoomba got me.
Yeah, I believe a Paragoomba did get you. Boss Bass is a little hungry today. Gotten 6 deaths, I think, on Magoo.
I think I started and stopped and then started my timer right at the very, very start because I was kind of frazzled, and I might have like double pressed or pressed something wrong, and I was like, oh no, what did I do? So hopefully it wasn't like a weird, I don't know, I might have started it like a couple seconds late or something. I'm not sure what happened, but that's why it's red, because I
mean, I generally don't use a certain timer for races just because, like, if I see the red, that's going to really bother me.
Yeah, it did kind of bother me throughout the whole thing, but I was like, there's nothing I can do about it.
No, and that's the thing. Everyone in the chat's been asking, what's the world record? How far is it going there? And it's just, there is no world record. It's random. It's always different. For the seed, yeah, it's the world record, but it's gonna keep changing.
I mean, I think for randomizer in general, the fastest we've seen, maybe somebody like Pro A in chat might know what the fastest time anyone's ever gotten for any seed. Maybe like low 20s, I think, at one point. Yeah,
I've seen some sub 30s in chat for sure. So
yeah, I think getting a sub 30 is like really, really good. So.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen people do that before. I think in one of my races, I believe I was playing Paradox, and he finished at like 37 minutes or something. And
Yeah.
Tourney 1 seed flags. I'm like, good lord, that was fast. Well, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
It was a good show, especially with how trolly it was.
I have one more match with Magoo, the same opponent, with the Tourney 2. So hopefully try to get that scheduled this week as well. So
yeah, it seems like a lot of the racers are doing two scheduled back to back. So
yeah, I didn't want to do that because it confuses me back to back. So I wanted like a little bit of time in between them. So, but I know there's I think there's a bunch of races tonight and later this week.
Yeah, Raikou Rider and I are facing off twice tonight. We're gonna just knock those two out while we're thinking about it. Just do it while we can.
Yeah, I'll be there for that, for sure.
Chat, be sure to give amourietta some follows here, and of course Magoo is adorable for today's race. It was a good show, especially for our premiere for the race. Good debut.
Yeah, it's the first one of the tournament, so
yeah, I believe we have like 60 matches all together that we had to get through in so many weeks or something like that.
It's a lot. Yeah, because we each have to do 8 races, I believe, right?
Yes, yeah, we have to do 8 races altogether within our group. Because I believe there's 5 people per group, 12 groups, so 60 people.
Yeah.
That's a lot of matches. Looks like Magoo is working through Flying Fortress 2 for World 7. He'll be entering World 8 here in just a moment.
Hand bridge required. Ugh.
Yeah, no. Hopefully it doesn't troll him as much as it did you.
Yeah, I've never I mean, I guess I've never tried so many times to get through a hand level without getting grabbed, but that was crazy.
Yeah, Pro correct me. It's 240 matches in 6 weeks. That's a lot of matches.
Oh, right.
So if any of you racers out there in chat, get your races scheduled quickly because all the prime time spots are being taken.
1 down, 239 to go.
Just a few more, not many.
Yeah.
Just a few more. Magoo has finished up World 7, moving into World 8.
Yeah, I wasn't happy to see hand bridge, but at least I didn't get too lost in the world in World 8 for how it was set up, because sometimes I can waste so much time just trying to remember which pipe brought me where and where I'm supposed to go back and where the locks were, and so it was pretty straightforward, at least in that way. It's pretty clear like where I was supposed to go.
That's where Tourney 2 seeds are going to be extremely trolly, because I think I've gotten more lost in World 8 on those seeds than I ever have.
Yeah.
Just because you open somewhere and you're like, wait, which pipe did I just come out of? Because there's 5 pipes in this one area.
That's why I was glad that the very first world of this seed, the World 7, was God Pipe, because it, a lot less to worry about.
Exactly, yeah. Leading you right to 7-8. And
I kind of ran out of hammers, because Worlds 3 and 6 were last as well, and I don't know if having a hammer for one of those would have been helpful, but I used them all up earlier, so.
Yeah, I feel like World 6 is always going to be the longest world regardless, just because even with a good pipe location, you still got to play through 5 or 6 levels.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where, like, sometimes you see World 7, you're like, oh, thank God, this might be a very easy one. But that's all up to chance. And you weren't here in the chat to see it, but Fred was talking about expanding hits on the Koopa Kids, and I believe every racer told him no, except for Wolfman.
Yeah, every so often he'll come into my chat, and, I'll be fighting a Koopa Kid or doing something. He'll be like, what if I make those 10 hits instead of 5? It's like, no, don't
no thanks.
Do it.
I'm good. Just leave them at 5. 5 is fine.
It always has like a sneaky little possibility of adding something super trolly.
Magoo's Finance got to play the Navy stage, which is luckily 3F1. Probably one of the few forts we're always happy to see.
Having a hammer there, I don't know if it would have been helpful, because the other pipe kind of just went back to it, and there was only one way to get to hand bridge, so.
Yeah, it might have been faster, but in reality, it's really not that much faster.
Mm.
We're talking maybe 30 seconds, which is a lot, but
It can be, but
this late in the game, who's gonna like? Most people don't hold on to their hammers by the time they get here.
yeah. I'm glad I used up all my clouds because sometimes I'll forget. And then I end up with like 1 or maybe 2 left over in World 8, and World 8 is really not a good place for clouds.
No, I've noticed some racers do kind of hoard their items.
Mm.
I'm guilty of it as well. But lately I've noticed that other people are now just using it. As soon as they get it, just use it. Just get rid of it. I don't want to see it. You know, just make sure using it goes fast as you can, or just be like Classic and just don't use any items. Just run.
I almost used a cloud in the world before the Atlantis level, and then I was so glad I saved it so that I could use it there.
Yeah, that's definitely a level that we like to use a cloud for sure.
So if I don't see that level, then like I try to save a cloud for World 7 at least, because it could show up, you know? Never know.
Now, does 5F1 ever bother you with the way that the disco waffles get moved around?
Oh yeah, same thing with Bowser's Castle and the climb up.
Yeah.
That can really troll me. I've lost several hammer suits just trying to get up there because they're spinning in the opposite direction, and depending on the way the next one is spinning, like there's very little chance to jump without getting hit.
And I've experienced that too. I think when I was just getting back into practicing, I was like, wait, I don't remember them doing this.
Yeah, that was one of those little things that Fred added. I think it might have been a suggestion by somebody, but
yeah, so it kind of takes away any vanilla speed strats for certain levels, but not all of them. So, especially for 3-2, there's P-speed strats for the cheaps that come out of the water.
Yeah,
Buster was saying that you can still do it with the randomizer, and I'm like, yeah, some people can. I can't. But sometimes slow and steady will get you through a level nice and easy. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Goo is working his way through the super tanks level here, heading into the boom boom fight.
I was glad not to see 8-1. That's one of my least favorite levels.
Yeah,
especially early, but I mean, like toward the end, if you have a P-wing or something, it's fine. But
yeah, especially there are several levels that you don't want to see early. 7-5, 8-1. They're just, or even 7-1 and 7-6 first levels. You don't want to see those because you can't clip through them. You did pretty good on your clip for 7-6. It only took you a few tries, not too many.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, 8, 9.
What is your limit for when you just say forget it and just play the level?
I guess when I get irritated enough. Not sure I really count, but.
Ooh, Magoo got lucky, and I don't think he had any hands.
Yeah, the hand was. He got tired after grabbing me too many times. He was like, "Okay,
I think he gave up.
Tired.
Yeah.
Let's just finish."
That's fortunate for Magoo. Unfortunately, he's already lost the race, but he's still going to finish this run. Because keep in mind that once the groups are done, they are going to take the run times of everybody, and then that will be figured into who advances into the next round. So, because Magoo may lose here, but he may win the rest of his races and go 7-1. You never know.
Right? Yeah. Plenty more races to go for each of us. So.
Yeah. Especially for the newbies. A lot of new people that we have here, we're not really sure how they're going to play, and we're not sure if they're good, if they're new to it. It just depends. Because we know you did several weekly races on top of just the one-shot tournament. Fortunately, Magoo did take a hit on the disco waffles here and is going to have to play through this part normally.
Yeah, I think I went in with a P-wing and ended up losing it, so I was like, great, what'd you do that for? Well, you made it harder for yourself to get over the rest of it, but...
Sometimes the P-wings are great, and other times I feel like they're just, it's a hassle. It makes you slow down your movement. And
yeah, they are, especially like in an airship, if you want to use that. It's just, it makes it easy, of course, but it's so slow, especially on a long one like 7.
All right, Magoo's heading into his Bowser fight. Let's see how he does. Now, there were some things I've noticed that Magoo was not aware of. I don't think he was aware of that you can clip in 7.6. He did play that normally.
Was he big, though?
He was. He had a Tanuki suit. It is hard to pull off with the tail and Tanuki suit, but it's still possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fighting Bowser like he would. I don't think
he knows
about
his hitbox.
Doesn't look like he does. There he goes, and a GG's to Magoo here as he's finishing up Bowser. And he will finish with an SRL time of 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 21 seconds. Let's give the GG's and chats for Magoo. We're going to see if we can get him in here for an interview. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested in what the Super Mario 3 Randomizer is, we do have a Discord. We are always welcome to new players who are interested in it. Unfortunately, the turnip signups are closed, and we did just start the tournament today, but this is a growing community. We love teaching everybody the game, whether you're a speedrunner or not. Some people are, some people aren't. But if you're interested in playing the randomizer, definitely give it a check out. It's a lot of fun. It's super easy. Shout outs to Fred Coughlin for making it, because it just makes it that much better.
It's so much fun. It's so different every time you play with the way the levels and the enemies are set up, and it's a lot of fun. Nice fresh take on the game.
It is. I don't speedrun myself. This is the only game I really run. But I've enjoyed playing Mario 3 casually on vanilla, and just I used to take my time, and now I have a different gear speed, so and please do give a follow to both of our runners, amourietta and magooisadorable here. Pro did drop their links in chat, so just give them a follow. Still waiting to see if Magoo is wanting to chat here. Yes, and you can also click on the schedule here, and you can see what the schedule is for the Super Mario 3 Randomizer, and as well for speed gaming. Speed Gaming does a lot of speed runs here. We got the Link to the Past randomizer, Zelda 2 randomizer. Even got, let's see, we got a DK3 race, all that stuff. But tonight, I know we have at 9 p.m. Eastern time, we'll have another 2 races. So we'll be against Raikou Rider and myself, Gimp Extreme. We'll be doing both Tournament Siege 1 and 2 back to back. So if you want more Super Mario 3 action,
good luck.
Yeah, I'm afraid my brain's going to be a little fried. I'll be practicing as soon as we get off here.
Good idea.
Let's see. I don't know if he's aware that we're trying to... let's see.
Oh, he answered.
He answered, yeah. He says, well, we need our background, our stage manager to give him an invite. Let's see, is our stage manager still here? Let's see if we can find out. Hang on, Magoo. We're trying to get you, buddy.
Hmm.
Now, a few people are wondering what the difference between the two tournament flags are. Tournament 1, it randomizes enemies, stages, fortresses, end card power-ups, Koopa Kids, Hammer Brothers. Randomizes all of that. And also the hammers break the locks on the map. What Tournament Flags 2, what they do is they take the map locations and they randomize that. So pipes won't be in the same locations, levels won't be in the same locations. The castles will stay where they are, but everything else will be randomized. So that could make a world either really fast or really long, depending on how it's laid out. So you should definitely give it a look, give it a try. You can download them. They have all sorts of neat things you can mess around with on there too. You don't have to do the tournament flags. But always recommend checking those out because that's what brings us as a community here together to play these races.
Also randomized little things like Mario's color and the music as well, which is pretty cool.
Yes, thank you for reminding me of that. I do like the randomize of color. Every time you pick a power up, you go through a door. Mario's color is changed.
He can't decide what to wear, so he just brings everything he owns.
Got like a Technicolor coat or something. Or overalls to be exact. Not sure if we can actually, I don't know if anybody's here to get him in here for an interview.
Not sure who to ask, who you would ask directly.
Pro, are you still here? I don't think anybody is here, unfortunately. So unfortunately, we won't be able to get an invite from Magoo, but we do want to thank everybody for coming out for the debut race of the 2019 Super Mario 3 Randomizer. It's been a lot of fun. Amourietta, thank you so much for the race and some good content. Look forward to seeing your races. Look forward to seeing you more in the future. Don't forget tonight on Speed Gaming 1, we are going to have at 8:30 or 8 o'clock Central Time, should be 9 Eastern Time. It'll be Raikou Rider against myself, Gimp Extreme. We'll be doing both tournament flags, 1 and 2, back to back. So with that, I want to thank you all and have a wonderful afternoon.
Thanks.